This is part one. I'll probably do a couple of parts here for the final things I still don't know. And let's take a look and see what I don't know. We're going to listen to some and not everything. Okay, should know what this one is. Vi ricorda O, just the letter O, Boschi, which is probably pronounced Bothka Bromsi, so it's Boschi Ombrosi, Brosi, Ombrosi, Brosi. And how about this one? And what is it from? Claudio Monteverdi's Orfeo, L', which is an opera. And that is the Vi Ricorda O Boschi Ombrosi is an aria canzonetta from the opera Orfeo, Claudio Monteverdi. And then we have this one, Mira de Mira Orfeo, which is very obvious. That is an aria. It's another one by Claudio Monteverdi from Orfeo. And then A-H-I, Caso Acerbo, is a dialogue and recitative from Claudio Monteverdi's Orfeo. And let's just listen to that one. Let's see. I-E, Caso Acerbo. That is again from the opera Orfeo, which is L' Orfeo, Claudio Monteverdi. And then how about this one? In Ecclesi, and then it gets faster. In Ecclesi is Giovanni Gabrieli, and it's I-E-L-I, Gabrieli. It's a concerted motet. It's a polychordal sacred concerto, which is a concerted motet. Polychordal sacred concerto in Ecclesi. It's double C, double I at the end. L-E. C-S-I-I. Polychordal Sacred Concerto. It's a concerted motet by Giovanni Gabrieli. And then let's hear this one. Listen for Sol was Verfolgist du Mich. Sol was Verfolgist du Mich. And it's a sacred concerto by Henrik Schutz, S-C-H-U-T-Z, from the Symphonie Sacrée. And that is number, let's see. Okay, 81. This one. Sol was Verkos du Mich. Ghost. It's V-E-R, Fol, F-O-L, Geest, G-S-T. It's a sacred concerto, Henrik, and it's E-I, Henrik, R-I-C-H, Schutz, S-C-H-U-T-Z. From the Symphonie, which at the end is I-A-E, Sacre, A-E at the end, Sacre, 3. Symphonie Sacre 3, Sacred Concerto by Henry Schultz. Sure, Saul was Verfolgust du Mich, M-I-C-H. And we're going to compare that to the other Saul. The other Saul is down here. Oh, the other Saul is an oratorio by George Frederick Handel. The oratorio is Saul. It's from Act 2. Lots of luck on that. The first one, The Time at Length Has Come, is an accompanied recitative. And the second one, which is a chorus, O Fatal Consequence of Rage, which is a little harder to hear, and I'm just going to, that's also from Saul. It's the chorus, O Fatal Consequence of Rage, which is 106A. Whoops, that's the first one. Again, that's an opera. Oh, I'm sorry, it's an oratorio, which is a sacred drama. Oratorio by George Frederick Handel, Saul, Act 2. And I want to hear the other one. Let's see. O Fatal Consequence of Rage. That is the chorus from the oratorio by George Frederick Handel, F-R-I, Frederick Handel, Saul, Act 2. The chorus is O Fatal Consequence of Rage. The accompanied recitative is The Time at Length Has Come. And let's go back again to the violin concerto, which is Biagio Marini, Sonata 4, IV. So it's a sonata, violin sonata, Sonata 4, per il violino. Sonata 4, per il violino, which is called, I think it's called Per Sonar con due corde. It's Opus 8, but lots of luck on that. That has the guitar in the background. And I'm going to play that one and compare it to the Largo, the Largo by Vivaldi. So the violin sonata by Biagio Marini, sonata for per il violino, per sonar con due corde, must be with a chordal instrument. To hear with a chordal instrument, I think that's what it says. Sonata 4, IV, per il violino, per sonar due corde. Opus 8, Biagio Marini, and it's a violin sonata. 84. You should hear the guitar in the back. Hear that guitar? Or harpsichord, maybe? Sounds like a guitar. You hear that guitar? There's a short pause in there somewhere. I don't know where. And then the Largo from Antonio Vivaldi's concerto, which has 3 movements, fast, slow, fast. And the Largo is 96A. So Vivaldi's concerto. It's for violin, concerto for violin and orchestra in A minor. Oh, wrong one. Ugh. This one should be it. Nope, it still isn't it. 96. Here we go. slow, drawn out, no guitar. No guitar. That's the Largo from Vivaldi's Concerto, which is a concerto for violin and orchestra in A minor. It's Opus 3, which has an allegro, which you can hear immediately with full orchestra, and it has a presto, which is pretty fast. 38 seconds in, it gets really fast. And that is Estro Armonico, L apostrophe Estro, E-S-T-R-O, Armonico. Concerto for violin and orchestra in A minor, Vivaldi, and those are his 3 pieces. If we talk about the Arcangelo Corelli's Trio Sonata, has 4 movements. It is usually has an instrument, has solo instrument. Actually, I think it has 2 solo instruments and also, let's see if we can find that. 4 movements. Has 4 movements. I believe it's 2 solo instruments and a basso continuum. See if I can find more on that. Oh man, Vivaldi Corelli trio. It's a trio sonata with 2 melody instruments, a basso continuum, and probably a chordal instrument. It is from his trio sonata in D major. Corelli's trio sonata in D major. His grave has a long pause in it. His adagio is slow and has that trill in it. The allegros are dance-like, and there's 2 of them, and no full orchestra, and that's the difference between him and Vivaldi. So that is Arcangelo Corelli, Trio Sonata in D major, Opus 3. Both of them are Opus 3, Vivaldi and Corelli. So I might remember that, Trio Sonata. And let's go on. From there, we'll do one more. Let's do the Jean-Baptiste Lully's Armidi. The first one is the Overture, which I think I could recognize, but let's just hear a little bit of it. Overture. And that's your overture. That is a French opera, Tragédie Lyrique by Jean-Baptiste Lully from Armidi is the opera, Armidi. He most likely asked this one too from, let's see, I believe. This is the Enfin il est in ma puissance, Puissanci. It is a recitative. It's about a crusader and a sorceress and their love, and we watched it in class. Enfin il est en ma puissance, Puissance. It is from Lully's, Jean-Baptiste Lully's Armidi, Tragédie Lyrique. And we're going to listen to just a little bit of it. Has a little introduction. And there you have it. Il enfant, enfant, E-N-F-I-N, enfant, il est in ma puissance. That is, again, Tragedy Lyricae by Jean-Baptiste Lully Armidi. And we're going to do one more, and I got to get back to my other work. And let's do, I'm just going to say this, Te Deum, which is a Laudamus and Artemis or something, Laudamus. It's a grand motet by Jean-Baptiste Lully, the other Lully. It's the conclusion. It is in the form of a ritornella, chordal section, and soloists and orchestra. Soloists with an orchestra, so various sections for the conclusion of the grand motet by Jean-Baptiste Lully, Te Deum, D-E-U-M, the conclusion. Let's do this one too, which I might have already done. The Courant, which is the bad guitar. For lute, Courant for lute is Denis Gaultier, La Croquette Virtuose. If I remember that much, it'll be a miracle. From Les Rhétoriques des Doigts, D-I-E-U-X, Les Rhétoriques des Doigts. And how about these two? The English opera by Henry Purcell, Dido and Aeneas, has the Thy Hand Belinda with a recitative. Again, English opera, Henry Purcell, Dido and Aeneas, Thy Hand Belinda is a recitative. And When I'm Laid in Earth is built on the descending tetrachord. It's a very famous aria lament, which is a lament is, I think, a type of song also, but it is an aria. When I'm Laid in Earth, built on a descending tetrachord. And then how about this one? We're getting to the end here. Aria by Alessandro Scarlatti. Let's hear that. Aria by Alessandro, and I think I can pretty much make out the words 93. Let's go look at 93. 93, 92, 93. So that says in Volber, V-O-L-E-R, Cios, C-I-O, Che, C-H-E, Tu Brami, B-R-A-M-I, and two is T-U, in Volber, Cio, Che, Tu Brame. In Volber, Cio, Che, Tu Brame. In Volber, Cio, Che, Tu Brame. That is an aria from an opera. The opera is La Griselda, Alessandro Scarlatti, and I am familiar with Scarlatti. And it's an aria from an opera by Alessandro Scarlatti, La Grisel, in Volber, Cio, Che, Tu Brami. The two is not very recognizable. And we're going to save a couple for the next, we're just almost at the end. And let's just stop there.